I love playing. Perhaps it's because I am a bona fide woman child. That's fine, it's cool. I'm at peace with that. Some people might look down on me for this quality. Some people are idiots. I kid, see, I told you, I wasn't lying. I like to play around. Whether you're all about that play life or you're more of the serious, no time for games type, it's worth knowing the benefits of making time for play in our adult lives. Especially if we're sober or attempting to get sober. Theon, what's the issue? I mean, realistically, most adult versions of play nowadays involves alcohol or drugs, or even requires them. Kind of sad, kind of lame, but also kind of understandable. For a lot of us, that's all we know. Sober folks, as usual, have to be more creative. In this video, I discuss how I have learned to incorporate play into my adult life and thus my sobriety. I talk about the science behind incorporating play into your life and the benefits for adults to do so, specifically those in sobriety from drugs and alcohol. And finally, I will leave you guys off with an actionable tip on how to invite the concept of play into your life and into your sobriety. So make sure to stay tuned until the very end, or else. Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel, formerly known as Young, Dumb, and Sober. My name is Allie K. Campbell. I've never gone by Allie K. Campbell prior to being on YouTube, to be completely honest. But apparently there are other Allie Campbells out there in the universe. How dare they? So I had to throw the K in. If anybody asks what it stands for, tell them Kevin. This channel is dedicated to getting real, having fun, and living sober. Every Wednesday, I upload a new sobriety tip as a part of my Sobriety Toolbox series. If you'd like to get a new tip every Wednesday, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I forget which corner it's on, but it's there, it's accessible. Hit it if you'd like. And today is Wednesday, so that is what you're watching now. This video will have a particular emphasis on the having fun portion of this channel. Like I said, we're gonna talk about play in sobriety and in adulthood. So let's do it. So I can pretty much sum up what play means to me in one little word. What's that word? Nintendo. I was never good at anything really as a kid. Well, I mean, as far as things that actually impress people in the outside world, like sports or academics and social skills or artistic ability. But video games, y'all, I was nasty. I still am, actually. How and why is that, you ask? Because I still play video games a lot. If you don't believe me, add me on Mario Kart Tour on your phone and I will whoop yo ass. Some of my other current favorite video games right now are Pokemon Shield for the Nintendo Switch and Animal Crossing New Horizons, also for the Nintendo Switch. I've always been a video game person, but when it comes down to my system of choice, it's always gonna go to Nintendo. And if you don't have a Switch yet or a Switch Lite, I am right now giving you permission to go and spend your hard-earned money on buying one of those things. I'm sure you've saved up enough money at this point by not drinking and drugging as much as you used to, or not at all, to treat yourself to a lifetime of virtual fun. Links for all those are in the description of the video if you're actually serious about listening to me and are going to actually purchase these products. Other ways that I incorporate play into my life are making content on TikTok. Granted, creating content is kind of part of my self-proclaimed profession as a content creator, and it is a means to an end. TikTok makes it especially fun for the creative process. It's very unique in comparison to other social media platforms. If you want to follow me on there, go ahead and do that, especially before it gets banned. Other times, play for me looks like dancing around my apartment like an idiot, or generally just being a goofball with my girlfriend. It's actually beyond me that there are some people out there in life who don't just act like a straight up fool sometimes. And I mean consciously, not doing foolish, destructive things. I mean, I've been there too. But I mean, who just don't let loose and play every once in a while. And that's coming from a Capricorn stellium, y'all. All of the different ways that I've incorporated play into my life and continue to incorporate play into my life has helped me to find new and exciting ways to de-stress. Theon, which is great because I have a tendency to abuse drugs and alcohol when I'm stressed. These methods of play also allow me to be creative, which is great because I have a tendency to fall into black holes of depression if I don't feel like I'm having any purpose in my life. And these methods of play also help me to connect with others which is great because I have a tendency to isolate and alienate myself from everybody I care about. However, my experience is not fact. Science, on the other hand, well, I guess science and research isn't necessarily fact either, or is it? I mean, it needs to be like proven and also be unproven, but it's as close to facts as we can get. There's at least a little bit more authority in research and science than there is in my own experience. I'm humble enough to admit that. So let's see what the research has to say about incorporating play into our lives as adults. And then let's put our thinking caps on and try to see how that might connect to getting and staying sober, because that's what this channel is about. Theon, relax. Okay, so this study conducted by the journal Leisure Sciences found that playful individuals reported lower levels of perceived stress than their non-playful counterparts. They also more frequently used adaptive, stressor-focused coping strategies. And here's the important part: they were less likely to use negative, avoidant, and escape-oriented strategies to deal with their stress. Negative, avoidant, and escape-oriented strategies. Basically just a really long and fancy way of saying addictive behaviors. At least that's what I think.
That's my opinion!
Also a really great name for a band or my memoir. Anyway, the results of the study suggested that playfulness served as a strong adaptive function for university students. The study was actually made up of college kids, which helped them to be able to come up with more effective cognitive coping strategies with their stress when they were facing adversity or some kind of negative situation. The next study was done by the European Journal of Humor Research. Side note, if anybody from the European Journal of Humor Research is watching this and y'all are hiring, I'm looking for work. They found in their study of 255 adults, playfulness in their adult life demonstrated robust positive relations with their life satisfaction. It also showed that they have an inclination to engage in more enjoyable activities and also to lead a more active lifestyle. So what these things connected was adult playfulness and general well-being. And I think it goes without saying that the more satisfied we are with our lives and the way that we are leading our life, the less likely we are to escape reality and escape our life through the use of drugs and alcohol. In the next study, published by the journal Personality and Individual Differences, researchers looked at the different types of adult playfulness that exist. The reason they did this is because they felt like it was an understudied topic. They found 4 distinct types of playfulness in adults. One who mostly plays around with others, one who is characteristically carefree, ones that are cerebral in the way that they're playful, as in they like to play with thinking patterns and mental kind of games. Dated a couple of those. And then those who are more whimsical and kind of have an inclination towards kind of like oddities and unique, weird, silly things in life. This study implies that because there are so many different intricacies of the way that adult playfulness can manifest in somebody's personality, it's a dynamic and important quality to possess, because we now have these structures of personalities to be able to look at. People who aren't as playful but would like to become more playful can kind of look at these 4 personas and figure out which one they fall into most so they can try and emanate that more. So your sober friend who is enjoying life and doing big things and having a great time without the use of drugs and alcohol, do what they do. They're doing something right. And they're probably being playful about it. Finally, a study by Gwen Dewar, who is a PhD, looked at the cognitive benefits of play and how it affects the learning brain. She found that play improves memory and stimulates the growth of the cerebral cortex, at least in animals. But what are we all really, if not animals? This can relate to sobriety in the sense that a lot of schools of thought believe addiction changes the brain by subverting the way that it experiences pleasure and kind of corrupts other normal drives, such as learning and motivation. So theoretically, by engaging in play, we can possibly undo some of that faulty learning and motivation that the brain has attached to throughout our addiction or substance abuse. We learn to receive pleasure from other things, like getting your ass kicked in Mario Kart. If you guys want to look more into any of these studies, I've linked them all in the description of this video. And in the meantime, I'm gonna move over towards the tip that I'm going to leave you off with so you can start incorporating play into your life and your sobriety ASAP. So this tip was actually kind of hard to come up with because I felt like I couldn't figure one out that was like universal for everybody. Like my immediate thought was like, oh my God, dance around your apartment, put on your favorite music and just like go off for literally like 5 minutes every day or just any day. I don't know, but Some people are just like not into that kind of thing, or just like don't have that comfort level, even if they're alone, which is fine. So instead of just giving one, I'm going to offer a handful of different ways that you can incorporate play into your everyday life, or just into your life. I'm still going for dancing uninhibited around your apartment or in your car or out on the street. By the way, that one is not leaving. That's definitely one of them. Number 2, gotta be video games or board games. Any game that you like playing or that you find fun doing, do it. Hey, once a key holder and game advisor at GameStop, always a key holder and game advisor at GameStop. Power to the players. Some of my favorite board games are also linked in the description for this video. Bananagrams is an especially fun one that me and Petra like to play. I beat her almost all the time. Scrabble, super, super fun. And also some other like indie games that you may not have heard of. Super Fight, great for Libras, great for people who like debating. Number 3, take a ugly selfie, take a weird ass selfie and send it to your best friend or your partner or your sponsor, or if you're really ambitious, your boss. And if those people are all the same person for you, then send it to your therapist and also ask for an appointment ASAP. Number 4, smile. And I don't say that in the way that a creepy guy says it as he's driving past in his construction truck, seeing you walking down the street minding your own f***ing business. I mean, smile to yourself whenever you remember to do it. Number 5 is go play with animals. I love animals so much, and they love playing too, so it's a win-win. If you don't have an animal, that's okay. You can either go play with your friends, or you can volunteer at a local shelter if they're letting that kind of thing happen in coronavirus world. It's also super good for your mental health. Okay, so now you have 5 different ways that you can incorporate play into your life, into your sobriety, and you know the possible benefits of it. So do you and how you want to incorporate it, if you want to incorporate it. Look more into it if you'd like. You don't have to believe me, although I am on the internet, so you should. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, throw me a like. Don't forget all of the links for the different games, video games, board games, things like that are all in the description of this video. So if you happen to want to buy any of those things and you click the link in my video, it actually gives me a kickback. So it's a free way for you to support the channel. If you want more tips like this or other sobriety related content, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Smash the bell if you'd like to get notifications every time I upload new content. And with that, it has been real, it has been fun, it has been real fun and playful. I will see you guys next time. All right, bye-bye.